I find it interesting to think about what does letting go means in all different types of situation. It seems to all come back to the same thing though, which is coming back to the present and embracing what's here. I caught myself this morning thinking about how in the past I had it all, and now I'm wanting to have a new project, and I have to rebuild everything. And I think about the past, and everything was already there for that project, but I didn't do it. And so I was inspired by thinking about how, when there's a challenge, instead of seeing this as a bad thing, but more as a limitation, yes, but a limitation that can bring creativity, always keeping in mind that I can always have what I want. I can always have what I want. It might not be here right now, and it might be easy to see that it was there in the future, in the past. But when I think about that in this way, I forget why I moved on from the past. There's a reason. I did not have it all there to make it work. Maybe the physical infrastructure, but it really didn't work. I didn't even think about doing that, or people were telling me to do that project actually. I had no space, no mental, emotional space to do that. So that's just the past. It's not true that I had it all. So let's be accurate also in what we're thinking when we're thinking of the past. And what I saw in myself is that often when I think of the past as a distraction, it's me feeling like the anger will come, and it's me being like, oh, I can't rebuild this, and it's gonna be too much work. How am I gonna do this? But those are never the questions that help me move forward. And I always remembered when I made the decision to, after 7 years, to leave a farm that we had, just to sell things and most of the things and go on a road trip for 3 years. When I asked my then partner, he was trying to make a plan of what we would be doing, and all I needed was his first answer: do you want to come with me, yes or no, and then we'll figure it out. So I and then he and then that's what we did. But I keep remembering that I don't need to figure out all the steps right away. It starts with the decision, and then I'm aligning in that decision. And when I'm aligning in decision, things, and I've seen it, things do come to me one little step at a time. But I can't control that. I don't know how it's coming. It will come in which capacity. So I'm realizing that a new path for me it's when there's a new challenge, when there's a challenge, to see this as a playground for trying something new. It's like in the Jinki, one of the Jinki is limitation. And the limitation is not to be seen as something, it can be in a shadow, but it's not to be seen as something that's limit me, or restrict me, or stop me. It's a limitation that can work as a container also for creativity, because creativity needs a container also, um, for the revolution that the Jinkies talk about. So I saw myself going back to the past, saying, I had it all, and I cannot work from there. There's no way to work from the past. I get stuck there. And what I've seen that my tendency is to, when I face a challenge, is to brace and want to control. And it's like subconsciously wanting to control the past, basically. I'll go into food. I'll start with controlling my food. That keeps me stuck in the past, stuck in the story of the past, anyways. And this bracing, it's not called openness, it's not expansion, right? It's like, it's a wall. It's a wall. So I'm learning to embrace what's here in order to move forward. in order to just be here. Like, it's not even in order to something. This is how I will find the new path. And I cannot control right now what's available to me in the physical infrastructure. That's the discomfort that I'm trying to avoid feeling when I go back in the past and thinking it should have worked. Although many parts of me don't want to go back in the past. I'm not even wanting that. It's just one part, or maybe a few parts, but it's just one part that's scared of not controlling and not knowing how it will unfold once I make my decision. The uncertainty, the unknown, the magic, and and that's where I'm coming also into fear, and how fear, I realized I would feel fear and I would just stop, which um, which is normal, like in a real threatening physical situation or even emotional. Stop and retreat. But I think we all know that a lot of our fears are not actually life threatening. So when I realized that it's the same tendency, I have a challenge, there's a fear, I stop. And what if I let the fear show me the path in a way? And that's what I'm experimenting with, of feeling the fear, but not letting it be a cue for stopping, bracing, retreating. And sometimes it is. There's a fear maybe that I will be exhausted if I take on this project. Well, maybe that's true and I should retreat, but it's not always what it is. And I think it's worth, when taking that pause of feeling, instead of taking a pause and retreating, can I take a pause and feel the fear and reconnect with the joy that's behind this, the excitement. Can I let myself be excited for this new path that I have no idea what it's going to look like? It's like everything changes every day. I have a new idea every day anyways. And the one idea builds on the other idea. So I'm just realizing the magic of going one little step at a time. Maybe that's a very generator, like in human design, the generator. Maybe that's a very like generator thing, to just go one little step at a time, and things get revealed. I see, oh, am I excited to do this and try new things? And so this is all about discovering a new path through embracing what's here. And what's here is accepting what's here, accepting the past is the past. Right now, I'm here. I don't have the infrastructure that I used to have. That would be very useful right now. But I would be stuck there. So that's not useful. Like, let's say it would have worked so well over there, my new project. But then I would be stuck in a place I don't feel good. So I'm damn happy it didn't work out there. And yeah, I'm gonna have to let things unfold, be creative, and not feel limited by limitation. How's that?